down on the sideline.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Guys, back to you.
Ollie, thank you. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies offense will have first crack at this one. And here comes the junior running back. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Williams. Out wide right, it's Danzy. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Throwing, Williams. Turns it upfield. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Washington right back to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Longhorns offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Out wide left, it's Smothers. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Now on the move. Got the first down. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Flips it out in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Manning. Got out of trouble and throws. Right side, it's Mingo. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Williams to throw. Left side, it's James. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Williams on the play fake. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Not a lot of room to field this one. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The give. Powers through the defender.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. Turning it on! The 20, the 10! He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown at least for now. And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Play action with Williams. He's got it. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it... hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Williams. Out wide right, it's Washington. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Williams from the gun on third down. Rush right in his face. He's got it. That'll be enough for the first down inside the 45 at the 44. And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Playing defensive back, to me, is one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. You've got to be able to run with a world-class athlete who knows where he's going. You have no idea. You can't interfere with him. You can't touch him or it's pass interference. That DB right there did an incredible job.
Washington wants to go quickly. Williams. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires to the tight ends. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Handoff, Washington running left. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Third down from the gun, Williams. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Huskies. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They get to him as he throws. It's caught. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Motion from the wideout. Arch is going to throw for it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And defensively on 3rd down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle him, and you got to get him to the ground, and that's exactly what this defense...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Throws it back. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Washington sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Just got rid of that one.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. He's got the tight end. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They're down to one timeout left in the half.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Smothers. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Here's Arts to throw. Right side, it's Smothers. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Now Washington uses this third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Just couldn't get loose. They stop him right at the line, and they don't convert on fourth down. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their third timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Here's Williams. Just gets rid of that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Williams from the gun on third down. Out wide left, it's Williams. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Throwing, Williams. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Gets rid of it.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. The run inside. It smothers. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Utah, taking on the number 24 team, the Utah State Aggies. And it's the Utes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. That'll cap off the regular season with a mark of 7-5 and a shot at a bowl. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game at DKR in Austin. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the Longhorns head coach at the half. This home crowd is fueling their running game. Every single time the running back gets the rock, they are going crazy. The ground game has been good, and they're going to continue to ride the momentum of this home crowd.
Holly, thank you. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Quarterback changing the play. Arch Madness. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Wingo. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just
got it down the field. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Throws it off the RPO. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Left side is Smothers. Got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll give it to Washington. Got the first down. Powers through. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Hauls it in. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On third down, here's Washington. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
On the move. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Huskies. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Texas sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Just feeds the running back. Breaks into the open. He's now got 78 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It smothers. Runs through the tackle. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Offense staying on the field there in hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Manning to throw for it on fourth. They're all over it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. it's Wingo. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And, man, you see it so many times, man. These crossing routes, like, it doesn't matter if it's zone or if it's man. Like, zone, you find the hole. Man, you run away from guys. And if you put the ball on the money, just like the QB did right there, that's what happens. The yards after the catch, man. You can keep going. Guys are so spread out, and you can make big plays on this offense.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To throw, Manning. Under pressure. Out wide right, it's Wingo. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. They'll send the back in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Right side, it's Smothers. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. They'll move the wide receiver. Out wide left, it's Coleman. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. 3rd down from the gun, Williams. He wants to go deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Here's a give to Washington. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's Williams to throw. Caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You can grab. You can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Give to Washington again. Oh, he's got headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space It's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Here's Manning to throw. Out wide right, it's Coleman. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense set for a first down play. Motion from the wide receiver. Left side is Coleman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Makes a grab and room to run. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. And he's brought down after a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Manning. Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Right side, it's Wingo. And after the explosive one, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a first down.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're...
And he's in! Touchdown, Texas! They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. At the 35, he's open. Off to the races. He's at the 30. The 10. He is in. Touchdown, Washington.
And there's more of an art to this than you know. Like, to stick the ball in the belly of the running back and read a defender perfectly. They bite on the running back. QB makes the right read in Palmer. It's nice to have those wheels to go all the way down the field and punch it in for 6.
Yeah, David, this is a coaching staff that wants him to run the football. And sometimes it's going to be designed runs. Sometimes it's going to be scrambles in the passing game. But the RPO is another way that he can hurt your defense with that speed you're talking about. Great decision to keep it. Nice job taking it all the way to the house. Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The handoff. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. On the run, it's Smothers. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Going to the running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Changing the routes with his receivers. Arch is going to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, Manning. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. They'll wrap him up, and he is stopped well short of the 1st down marker. Williams looking for a man. Makes the grab.
You know, I think at this situation in the game, trailing like they are with only a couple minutes to go, short throws aren't going to get it done. You're going to have to be a lot more aggressive and start taking chances if you want to give yourself a chance to win this game.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Williams. Out wide left, it's James. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. The completion picked up 6 yards on 1st down, now 2nd and 4. Rid of it on the RPO. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate.
He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. It's Williams again. Rushes on. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Here's Arch to throw. Here comes the heat. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Still running at the 40. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it.
He's got it way down the field. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? They're still firing away even with this lead. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Reese?
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. The Cornhuskers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oregon's offense will go to work first. And we get our first look at Colton Joseph. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Hits inside. It's Hill. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Moving out to the right. Snags it. At the 40, there he goes. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Hill. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Right side, it's Gage. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, it's Nelson. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Still looking. Spins away from the defense. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive, because 1st down he got sacked, 2nd in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the 1st down, he's able to get a little bit of it back.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a out of field goal range. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Joseph, rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it along the sideline. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper was a bolt of lightning, a touchdown pass from 84 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They take over down 7-0 and trying to get even on this drive. On target.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Turning it on. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. They got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Hill. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Has to have it on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Ducks are rolling down the field. Throwing Joseph. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Joseph on the play action. They're all over him. Out wide right, it's Griffin. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way, but dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Man, those last 2 plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. And the RPO got him. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Joseph throws to the tight end. He makes a catch. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Ducks, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Using his legs, it's Griffin. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Tough run here. It's Davison. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Right at the line. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ducks. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got room at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. Quick give. It's Nelson.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The play fake. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his man. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Motion from the wideout. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Left side is Mills. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 3rd and long right here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Look out! The throw. Reels it in. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second and long here. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Got his man in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Huskers need to pick it up on 4th down.
Here we go. Ready. 180. 180. Go.
Needs it. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal.
Red 18. Go.
Snap in the shotgun. He's got it on the run.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking downfield very late in the half. He wants it all. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And this defense, just a little bit of a letdown right before the half. Been controlling this football game, been dominating this football game, giving up points, got to go into half, get it buckled back down, get that intensity cranked back up.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the number 13 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Mountaineers in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with Coach Dan Lanning at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And the Huskers moving quickly to the line. Keeps it himself. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Ready, go!
Right back to it. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. He'll heave it deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and
makes the grab in their space. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Powers inside. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Fires to the middle. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Back's got it on the screen. Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Ducks are marching down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Griffin. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Holds and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Yeah, and that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what way by this defense to get the football. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Joseph from the gun on third down. Looking to the end zone. Out wide left, it's Moore. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They give it back to him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
I think the biggest reason why this team is trailing the way they are is they haven't been able to stay on the field. They've had no success on third down up to this point. Way too many punts, but that time they finally get it done. That's about as good a time.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Fires to the big fella. Dragged down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Hauls it in. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Sells to run, looking to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Nebraska. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It bounds through the back of the end zone. Touchback. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. On the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. So the last couple of possessions trying to put together a rally, but is it too little too late?
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, gonna throw it. He'll take the deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give as they work on that clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. And the Ducks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Oh, he's got some space. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running the red zone. It's Griffin. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Cuts it upfield. It's Griffin.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. With the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.